Hello, I'm Brandon Moore. This is my plan. You see, everybody sees infinity as that. I need thicker markers. But is a little wet. It's infinity. That's this. I don't know where you can see it, but it's a circle. And then another circle. And then another circle. It's just a bunch of circles, really. All inside each other. All not inside each other. All existing on their own. But also existing right next to each other. It's everything, really. But yeah, my plan is to explore all of infinity. Now, that is technically impossible. That's the point. I want to live forever. I want to do everything. I want to be that guy. Well, not I literally do everything, but I do everything I want to do. Like, so many things in the universe to do. Like, I want to be a Super Saiyan. I want to be a ninja in the Leaf Village. I want to watch Naruto fight freaking Pain. And not really, because they kind of destroyed the village. But I'd be a real nigga, so I want to, I want to get guy. I would be, watching on the side, like, yeah, talk no jutsu that guy. But anyways, we are in this circle of infinity. That is our circle of infinity. Call it finite. But finite is really a thing when you make it a thing. Like this pen, for example. Sharpie. You could say it's very finite. Like it's just a pen. Like it's one pen. But like you could say it's two colors, white and black. That's already a duality. You could say it's three parts. Maybe even four. That's a triality here. Quadality. I don't know if those words. There's probably a better word for it. But if you look even closer, I mean you can't really look any closer than that. But if you had a microscope, you see it's lots of tiny things. Plastics, different arrangements, different elements. I don't know what elements make up plastic. Probably some carbons. Probably just a bunch of carbon, really. That is why, that's why I'd assume plastics make so much, CO2, because it has a lot of carbon. But anyways, you can keep going. Down, all the way down to the quarks and, those things. Bad at remembering things unless I need them. Like, looking them up and then remembering them. But, I get the gist of things, But anyways, the very bottom of this pen, you can look infinitely small. I mean, we only know as small as the quarks and, atoms and such. But maybe underneath it all, there's more for us to learn. We don't know yet. But there's rules to these things that we don't know where the rules come from. It could be another plane of existence. And that's what I want to figure out. But we are in this finite circle. And you may ask, how can you get out of this finite infinity? Well, the answer is I don't know. But I'll figure it out. That's where my plan comes in. No, I didn't have to get all the circle, but it would have bothered me. My plan is figure out how to exit this finite infinity. Just to say this up front, I will never commit suicide. I will have to die someday. At least that's what we know. If I don't have to die, I won't die. But if I have to die, I'm gonna die. Ain't no point in killing myself. It's gonna come someday anyways. But down to the plan. The world we're in, it seems finite because the direction really is the government, but also schools, individuals. All of us we think so finitely. Like, think about this week, next bill. They don't think about like the now and the ever after. But really, the thing about infinity is within infinity, there is only to do what you want. Like, say if you became a god right now and you had the ability to do anything. Your only options is to, like, nothing would matter anymore. I mean, the things that matter to you right now would matter to you. But technically they wouldn't matter because you could kill everybody and bring them right back to life just as they were. They wouldn't know. You would know. You evil person. But no one else would know. It would just be a thing you did. Like, I killed everybody off and brought them back to life. No one ever knew. So nothing would really matter. So the only thing to do is what you want. But capitalism isn't really designed. Capitalism is designed like this, Pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. At the very top, you have those who are lucky and / determined to work this stupid system that we're in. In the middle, you have the people who really just, well, I say the middle, but top middle is where, the people who, I make this up on the spot, so you give me a second. Middle people are really just the people who are right place, right time, right job, band. And they make a lot, 6 figures. And then we got the actual middle class. It's not to scale. Don't worry about all that. It's just help. It's just visual help. Visual. If you know what word I'm thinking of, put it in the comments. But the blue, we got actual working class. This is a class that, actually makes the world work. Granted, we can make it be working so much better, but if the middle class stopped working, everything else will fall apart. The top class want to get their burgers and their salads and all their little quick things. Their kids wouldn't be taught. Their roads wouldn't get paved. I don't know. Some construction people be making 6 figures. I don't know which band they fall into, but But some of them do be broke though. So I'll put them in actual middle class. Yeah, their roads wouldn't get paved. Nothing will get done really, because this area, the middle class, is where the world actually runs. These people up here just want to keep us below them because they need us to support them up there. And the people at the bottom, they're kind of supporting everybody else, but not really on purpose. If these people at the bottom weren't, it's going to sound genocidal, but it's not. If the people at the bottom weren't there, one, the tower would collapse, but it'd make a better world. Economic system, economic standings, economic look. It would no longer be this triangle that we currently have. It could still be a triangle. In fact, it'd probably still be a triangle, just with the bottom wiped off. Like, technically, if you took the bottom of a triangle evenly, it would just fall back on the rest of the triangle. So, yeah. But if they disappeared, the whole system would collapse. At least, the way the top wants it ran. You see, without having, reasons to do things, you can't really move money. And the people at the bottom allow the people at the top to say, hey, these people need stuff, so we're going to move it. So I'm talking homeless shelters, donations, charities, all that. You think all that money, I don't donate a lot. I've donated at least couple hundreds in my life, just, checking off little things at restaurants and stores. But how much help did that actually help someone, did it actually get them rolling, or did it just disappear to the ethos? But yeah, pretty much all that money goes towards just paying the people in that company. It doesn't really go towards, what the company says. I mean, they are doing stuff. I doubt they're just straight up criminals. But that $1,000 you're donating, probably $100's going towards whatever you meant it to go towards, and the rest is paying their bills. And that's how our economic system works. They at the bottom are pretty much just there to make the rest of us look good. They could be doing stuff. It wouldn't be hard for them to do stuff. We just gotta give them jobs, places to be. But if they were to disappear, then the people at the top wouldn't have an excuse to throw money around. I mean, the people at the very top, some people, they weren't just lucky. They had a plan, they executed the plan, and then they got to where they're at. But the scumbags at the top who, just up there because they're preying on the rest, the tower will collapse. I don't know why I started talking about that part, but this economic system is not designed for infinity, because it's a triangle. I already showed you. Infinity is a circle. So how do you fix that, you may ask? Start with the top class. Eradicate them. No, I'm kidding. Well, I said it would have been funnier if I said start with the bottom class, eradicate them, because that's what I actually did. But starting with the top class, you gotta round them out a little bit, Make them not so pointy, so sharp, so abrasive. What I mean by that is, if you won the game, get out of everybody's way. Why are you bothering people? I'm just gonna make the whole circle black. The infinity circle's back. That's where I want to get you. The middle. You won the game. You did what you had to do. You're at the top of the world. You can do whatever you want. Just stay out of everybody's way. See, you don't need anybody to support you. You don't need to fleece anybody for their money. We've gotten to this, the people at the top. This is where I am talking about the people who did do what they had to do. They strayed away from making the world a better place. Making things better. Just making things better. When I'll say America first started, but not historically, it's factual. But when America first started, businesses were about, you have an idea to make this world better. You go to a bank which has the resource, or the bank is like the central trust system. It's not even like, yeah, back in the day it was gold, like they have gold so they can lend me money. But really the bank is the central trust system where everyone in this area trusts the bank with our resources. And you're saying that you're going to make this area better. So the bank is lending out the trusted trust so that you can make the place better. That's how businesses were supposed to be ran. Yeah, I mean, that's how they are ran, but kind of. But like after you make the world a better place, you give back to the community. It's not, we're not in, it'd be different if we're in a video game and you could just make a plot of land and it just keeps expanding the more you build upon it, and like you can keep expanding your land. It doesn't bother anybody because it's just your land expanding. Like it doesn't shrink anybody else's land. Like their land just moves. Like it's still where it is technically. I mean, maybe like, if they're like neighbors and like, might get spread out. But if your neighbor's on this side, you still be next to them. And I guess if they're neighbors on that side, they'd be pretty far away if your size gets pretty big. That's besides the point. Maybe you're on a different plane. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I was talking video games. So yeah, maybe you're on a different plane and like, the more you work in this world, that world gets bigger and well, I don't know. But we're in the real world where once you get to a certain point, you can't do anything else, or you're just messing with other people at that point. Like I can talk right now. If I start screaming, I'm getting in the way of people who are sleeping. See how that works? There's levels to things, levels to it. And the rich people don't understand that. They got rich and they're like, oh, I got money. The goal was money. I got to make more money. How do I make more money? The money must be funny in a rich man's world. Because they don't understand that money's fake. Like money is generally like supposed to be like trust. Like I trust you to do something with this that I spent my time. I trust you with my resources because I need something. I don't know. But money's like the group collections. Like say like we're all in a forest. I don't know, I say all, but I guess I'm talking to the camera. And then whoever watches this, it could be, I don't know how many people watch it, but there's a lot of people in the forest. But say we're all in the forest. And there's lots of food trees. And there's trees that do nothing, they're just there. We waited a year, they didn't do anything. So like, we're like, oh, instead of letting these trees just be here, how about we start chopping them down and, stockpiling them. So if we need wood, we got wood. And we stockpile all the wood. Now we got a bunch of wood. Everybody put in the work, we got the wood. Now it's like, oh, let me think about how money, it would, everybody got wood, right? And then we distribute the wood, because, everybody need wood. Maybe it's winter time, winter's coming. Distribute the wood. Everybody got wood, but some people, they hardy. They ain't need to light all the wood during the storm. Maybe some people built shelters or something. They lost a lot of wood. And some people are savers, And then we get to the end of the winter, and everybody comes back together. It's like, how much wood everybody got, or down to just the food trees. We can't really chop down the food trees because then we're just SOL. Then we're like, okay, let's put all the wood together. You can keep some wood that you need, because you need wood, and, for fire or food, any random things. You keep a little bit, but put something in here. You put all of it together. We'll write notes of how much you put in here, but it's just so the community, there's no one without wood. If you ever need wood, you come get it, but it's right here. That's how money's supposed to work. It's about like helping. It's literally supposed to be about helping other people, not at the expense of yourself. But money, that's not how money's gotten. It's become like it's mine, I'm gonna crush you, I need money. But that only stemmed from survival. But we don't need to survive it. I mean, we do need to survive. But we have the ability to survive without everybody needing money. So like, we just need everyone to get to like a even level of just food, shelter. You ain't even really gotta have lights. You really just need food, shelter. Like, you can sit in the dark, in a corner. But as long as you got food and shelter, you really good. You can move from there. Like, we 100% have the ability to do that. Because once you do that, then you have a bunch of people who are ready to, operate, help the world move. A lot of people think you'd be lazy, but I don't think people are ever lazy. I mean, people just are always just looking for something to do. You give them something to do, they'll do it. They're only lazy because there's nothing to do that will benefit them or be fun. But if you can give them one of those two things, you got them. But money. The rich people should always be thinking about their ability to do things, not money. Like, money allows you to do things. Like, it is a thing that allows you to do things. Just like a baseball bat allows you to hit a baseball farther than a stick. But the ability to do things is the ability to do things, not money. It's just an accessory. If you have the skill to hit a baseball with a stick, you're just that good. And that's how money should work. That's how people should view money. If you, say these rich people, they got all this money. They've collected all the community resources because, I don't know, they're good at making bracelets or something and selling it for what, I don't know, something. And I don't know why I'm sticking with that analogy. If they just remembered to keep the wood, or if they just remembered that the purpose of getting the money was to help their ability to do things, then all they have to do is secure their means of doing things. They don't need the money. Say you got money because you always wanted to swim, put a pool in your backyard. Always wanted a lake, buy a lake. But once you have those things, just let it be. You don't gotta keep holding on, keep grubbing. I mean, you can if that's a game you want to play. But we need to move the system away where you could keep playing the money game, but it's not ruining anybody else's time. And there are some things where, so we need a system. I don't remember the last thing I said or how that's going to cut, but we need a system that money doesn't really affect the average person. It affects their ability to move forward, but not to stay the same. If you don't have money, you're not gonna get attacked. Like the way this world works, if you don't have money, you get got. But like if you already worked for something, if you have the money and you buy a house, you should just be able to not need any more money. Or like if you buy a spot to stay, you should just be able to stay there. Like why? Like because you got here first, I have to pay you? That's silly. We live in well. What if you had to pay? Like you like paying the government because they got here first? Nah, that's silly. Like it's land. You have land. I mean, it's different if you're using the land. I can understand having use, but like taking up living space just for business? For what? Like, no, just let people live. Find business elsewhere. You don't got to make a business out of people's lives. If you do, make it so it's making their lives better, not using their needs to line your pockets. It's like burning the crop fields and then selling seeds out of your silo. But the system I thought of, which I'll write in my new book, or next edition of my book, is, I call it the guild system. Should I get back to the circle before I get to the guild system? What was I doing with the circle? Infinity circle, rich people are in the middle. Kind of want to abandon it, really. I could just go on a rant where, I fill in the next line where, the middle is people who reach the top. They're out of everybody's way. They can still go to the outskirts if they want. But like, they're tucked away in the middle. They're not on top of anybody. It's kind of, made their way to the center. Top of the world. Maybe it's a mountain. Well, no, because then that still implies someone's underneath them. Well, the world's underneath us. So the world's the mountain. And they're at the top of the mountain. Out of everybody's way. Enjoying life, looking down at everything they've worked on and built upon. We're all building this mountain up. This mountain of infinity. And they're just up there enjoying it. They can come down the hill whenever they want. But they're out of everybody's way. And you bring in the other people. I just don't feel like drawing all that because then I gotta wipe it. And I got other stuff to talk about. I don't even remember what I needed the whiteboard for in the first place. Actually, I remember now. I just brought up the guilt because I could have sworn I was just recording. Did I run out of space? I hope not. Ever since I brought up the guild system, I kind of want to abandon this circle. But I might come back to it after I get to the guild system. But the guild system, pretty much the way I see it running is, say you're a carpenter. Jesus was a carpenter. My grandfather was a carpenter. I am not a carpenter. But say you're a carpenter and you like to carpent. You could just carpet your whole life. And your house is you got a house through the housing guild. I don't know the best way to explain this. It'll be helpful for writing my book. I guess I'll just start from the top. I don't think I've thought of the top, but at the very top is the guild. And what's the guild, you may ask? It'd be like the Pentagon, maybe. But instead of a bunch of people there, it pretty much just be a giant server and a meeting place. Like there would be people there, but it's not like I worked at the Pentagon. It's like, oh, they're having a talk at the Pentagon. Or they're having a talk at the guild. It's not like I work at the guild. I mean, there might be people who work at the guild. Like cleaning, maintaining the building, grounds work. concessions, stuff like that. But the guild is like it's like a, basically it runs itself, right? I don't know if it would be based off like a computer program. I said it would be a giant server, but it's really just for like storing information, storing and using information for everybody. Pretty much the guild would be there. It'd be like the central information hub. Like you go there, and you just have all the information. Like that's a hub for all the information. Any information you need, you go there. They have a person at the desk. Like, what information you need? And they're good at typing. And they'll pull up exactly, like step by step, what you need. Like, I don't know. Like if you looking for you're adopting, you're looking for your birth parents. If it's like, if the information in there, they just type it in there. It comes up like, hey, boom, 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 here, they're your parents. Cause like, well, I mean, there might be some privacy laws, like, or privacy rules, like not giving out information, like, or like not giving out personal information. Like if some things could be classified as personal information, you can't just give it out. But like if you say like who won a race in so and so year, it give out names like that. But like you can't say like what so and so's birth date unless it's public knowledge. Like they have a birth date on their social media or something, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, it'd be like the central hub. They'll make sure all the different economies are running straight. Not even making sure they're running straight. They really just monitor, like literally just watch them, like see what goes down. Because like, for the most part, people will just make the world better. You don't really got to monitor. It'll just keep going up. But like, in this guild system, I kind of imagine money, how money really is. Like, money is a fake thing that we just generate. So let it be a fake thing that we just generate. But like on purpose, not just, to line random people's pockets. But to line everybody's pockets. I heard a crick, I was like, what the hell's a sniper? But if we generate like, back to the carpenter. Say I'm putting up walls. Carpenter does. Well, no, my grandfather was an electrician. I guess he also was a carpenter. Did I type these? No, I said type carpenter. Why would you do that? Yes, carpenter is a builder. Say you're a carpenter, and I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, say you're a carpenter, and you put up a house. The guild will hold debates where certain things are like priced at certain things. Like, we think it should be like, that carpenter put up a house. We think a house is worth $100,000. Then that carpenter just generated $100,000. Didn't come out of anybody's pockets. It's just he did the work, he got the money. And then you can have his and you're like, where did the money come from? Like, he did the work, he got the money. That's how it works in the world right now. It's just, instead of it coming out of somebody's pockets, like, instead of, he did a thing that needed to be done, so he got money. But today, people are like, oh, I can't do that because I haven't got the money yet. I haven't got any buyers. So I'm not putting up the house. And like, it's, sometimes stuff just needs to be done. If it needs to be done, you get it done, you get money. So the guild pretty much Just make sure, like, hey, what things need to be done, you get it done, you get the money. And then you break it down from the main guilds. There's a carpentry guild. They'll hold all the carpenters, all the builders. It would probably just be like the construction guild. I don't know. Civil engineer guild. I don't know. But pretty much, you go there. It holds all the information about civil engineering you could ever imagine from all the information they could get. You go there, pretty much like the regular guild. Instead of just general information, it's civil engineer information. You're gonna learn how to build anything. Maybe they have lectures about like different types of buildings and bridges. They hold all the information there, and they have all the jobs there, or like not all the job, job listing, like things that need to be done. Like, hey, we have a couple roads that need to be repaved. We have a bridge that we're putting up to make it easier for people to get over here. We got a train we want to put in. I want trains everywhere. I'm tired of driving. I mean, I like driving sometimes. Like, sometimes it is nice to just get in the car and like, boom. But like, imagine how much nicer it would be to hop in a train and be like, have your headphones on, like chatting with your friends without, thinking, oh, if I distract myself, I might die. But back to the guild. They'd have all the jobs, and you go there. You got your carpenter. You need money. Go to the carpentry guild. Look at the job postings. Like, You can either go through, just pick one, tell them, hey, I want this job posting. They'll send you the information. And you go do it. You show up there. You start working there. Hop on the train instead of driving. And then, or you can, ask the teller, like, hey, I have so-and-so skills. What jobs y'all got? And then maybe she can look through, type in your skills, and then pops up the jobs that require those skills. And then you start working. And then you pick one. And that pretty much goes for all the job areas. Like, the only like kind of problem I see is restaurants, and that's because restaurants are kind of like, or really fast food places. I don't see a problem with like regular restaurants, because like if you want to cook, you're gonna cook. Like, if you like running a restaurant, you will run a restaurant. But like places like McDonald's, where like everybody likes some McDonald's, but like there's not really like, nobody likes working at McDonald's. They just like the McDonald's taste. So like big companies, I kind of see them like, it's a little messed up because it's robbing. It would probably be robbing like someone to actually have like their thing. You might allow them to break off into their own guild if they're big, like McDonald's. Like, I feel like they might be big enough to like break off into the McDonald's guild, and they kind of just like, they got McDonald's tasks. You can send people all over the place, different McDonald's across the world, because it's all connected to this like one hub. And like you look on your phone for all the information about different McDonald's, which ones are hiring, which ones got list of like jobs you could show up. I don't know, but if they don't, you can also just break them down, and like they just become like burger fast food place. And like, it's a spot where you just go in, get your burgers, and get out. No McDonald's BS, just in out, in out. But for the rest of the jobs and industries, it really makes sense that like, why do we have so many split up industries? That's not how science works. That's not how anything works. You have to collaborate on pretty much all things to build. Like, yeah, you could do something by yourself, but it takes way longer than it should. Like, you collaborate and boom, 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 bam, you're done. But why do we have different banks? Why do we have different, like, the most wild thing is like, why do we have different like research institutes? Like why Why is Google a private industry? Why is Facebook and Twitter different things? Why did Facebook make a Twitter? Like, imagine if it was just a social media app where you have like different parts. Like, you have your, I'll just call them threads because that's what Instagram calls them. You have your threads where it's just like a train of thoughts. Or that's really the same as Facebook. I don't know why Facebook made threads, really. Honestly, they probably just did it because like Facebook was so crowded with ads, and Facebook has too much algorithmic stuff. Like, I'll get into that in another video. But yeah, that's pretty much the guild system. Just like break down the big businesses into a bigger business that's like not really a business, it's just a place that allows everything to make sense and doesn't, and people just work there because they work there, not because people work there to help it run. They don't work there because they own it and they're not like actually benefiting from that place. I really think that guild system would be pretty nice. Cause like everybody had a place to live. You could just go to your local guild, ask for a job, hop on your train. Like, say you flat broke. I don't know, something crazy happened to you. You lost everything. You got nothing. You'd go down the guild like, hey, I lost everything. You're like, oh dang man, you lost everything. Well, don't worry. Once we confirm you lost everything, we're gonna hook you up. They send their people out, confirmed you lost everything. Come back. Well, sir, you lost everything. Here's a bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen. And you get your food, your groceries here once a week. Enough nutrients to last you a week. A little bit extra if you want to, save some for later. Have a big feast. Saving up a while. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with this, sir. Then he goes on his way to his little bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. I guess he needs a closet too. Well, maybe. He got nothing. He don't need a closet. But he hops on the train back to his place. He sees it. Like, wow. I got nothing but this place. But at least he has something. He ain't got nothing in this world of everything. And then he sleeps on the floor. He wakes up. It's like, dang. Let's get this day started. Now in this world, if he was lucky, like in this current way things are going, if he was lucky to just get a place to stay rent free, he'd still be SOL because he ain't got a car. So his options would be places near bus stops. If there's even like public transportation near him, he would need jobs near bus stops, or you'd have to find a job within walking distance. Or maybe not even within walking distance. You just walking a long time, or you hitchhikes. I don't know. But in this world, he just hops on the train, goes down to the guild. Hey, I don't got nothing. Like, dang, you got nothing? He's like, yeah, I got nothing. And I'm like, well, what do you want us to do about that? He said, I don't know, I got nothing. You help me. He's like, well, sir, this is what we're going to do for you since you got nothing. We're going to get you a job. Pull up the list of jobs. Like, these are the jobs where you ain't got to have skills. They'll just teach you. These are the jobs where you have to have skills. You got any skills, sir? He's like, no, I got nothing. Since he has nothing, they go to the nothing jobs, pick a job, he gets trained, then boom. He has a job and a house. No stress. All managed to one place, no hassle. Just boom, boom, boom. Quick, easy. His life's rolling again. He saves up, makes some money. Like, dang. I'm tired of living in this bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, closet. How about I use my money that I've been saving because, I've been working. I've been helping society move forward. I can use this money to buy an axe or to move to a different spot. Instead of this community funded spot, I buy my own spot, a spot that was actually designed. Maybe he saves some actual money and he can hire an architect to design his house and then hire some builders to build his house. Or I guess you go to the guild and go to architects guild and it's hey, I have a house I want to build. And then you go to the builders guild and hey, these are the plans I got made at the architect guild. Can y'all build this for me? What's the price? Y'all got. And then you'd be I can either do payment plans, I can do however y'all want to be paid. And then the people who built the house, maybe when they take the task, they'll be paid in installments, or y'all get so and so, or it could be different levels of thing. I don't gotta figure everything out for y'all. I will if y'all need me to. Probably not. I just do what I want. It's that's probably the extent of me. Oh no, I'll write more in the book. I'll talk more about it in the book, so stick around. Back to this. Sorry, Infinity Circle. You're getting washed. Glad that missed my eye. That would have been bad. But, like I said at the beginning of the video, my plan is to explore all of Infinity. At least the parts I want to explore. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Step 1, fix the world. I'm kidding. I wasn't really kidding, but I remembered how I wanted to do this. So I said I'm kidding. There's 2 ways I believe I can reach infinity. 2. So I forgot, when I started writing that, I was thinking about helping the world reach infinity. But I'm selfish like everyone should be. To an extent, like everyone should be. And there's 2 ways I believe I could reach infinity. One way is through society upgrades. Y'all can't see that. The second one, I wonder. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams come true. And I'm back on my grind. Second one. First one, societal upgrades. I'll explain it in a minute. And second one. I want it to look better. Might say, Brennan, if you want to look better, practice your handwriting. Well, I say, shut up. It's middle enough, middle enough. Version 1, or not version 1, but thinking 1, option, choice, probably. Path 1 to infinity. Society upgrades. If you upgrade society enough, society will just be in infinity, and therefore you will be in infinity. Pretty straightforward. I mean, not straightforward. I'll explain it more in depth later, or at least I'll explain how I'm the path I'm in. Second path to infinity. Cultivation. Some of y'all might be aware of it. Some of y'all might not. Chinese are definitely aware of it. But there's this thing called cultivation. I mean, Chinese is kind of, mystical, where like you cultivate, energy, qigong. And, it's like, you build up energy, you become powerful, and you reach infinity. And one of my favorite stories, Apotheosis and Marshall Peak, pretty much what they do is they start as humans, and they start gathering world energy and building their body to like a certain extent. Once their body's at a certain extent, or they start training their bodies, and once their body's at a certain extent, they can start gather world energy. Once they gather world energy, they can start controlling world, or they can start condensing it. They can start controlling it. They can start controlling it better. Then they can turn world energy into, different powers. Then the world energy turns into like a little world inside of them. And then, pretty much once they got a world inside of them, they kind of broke out of their universe and started like going. Well, they haven't really made it out of their whole universe yet. At least the ones I read. Sorry if I spoiled. But it's not really spoiled. Could like, kinda. I'll try to put spoiler alert. Yeah, that's the infinity that people in China think of. Just like we're in a tiny world inside of a world inside of a world, and nothing really matters except what you want to do. Because, I mean, there might be a God of our world, and there might actually be something to do. But like, he hasn't told us what to do. So like, within infinity, what else is there to do but what you want? And stay out of other people's way. Because when you get in other people's way, you'll read this in my book, or if you want to read it. But when you get in people's way, they get in your way, and that disrupts your path to infinity. So stay out of people's way. But societal upgrades. Well, first, you gotta make people think about infinity. See, if I make people think about infinity, and not like the number infinity, infinity I've been talking about this whole time, just everything, nothing, all at once. If you can make everybody think about infinity, they will realize that how much control they are, how much not control they are. So they should just do what they want in the moment. Or, along with their plans. Because, like, you've got a plan, you got to stick to the plan. You can't just do what you want in the moment because, it might mess up your plans. But in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing you're supposed to be doing. It's about what you want to do. If there is a God, then then there is something you're supposed to do if you want to get to heaven. Or, get wherever his kingdom is. That's one. But that's one of the slowest paths of societal upgrades. Because, people start thinking about infinity, but that won't make them want to chase it. They'll just start doing what they want. People will be a lot happier, but they'll still be limited. They'll never be able to turn into a Super Saiyan or shoot a Kamehameha wave. I can't wait for that day. But if you're thinking about infinity, it progresses the speed towards infinity. Second way, computers. Computers may be able to get us to infinity because the way our processing speed works now, our processing power upgrades, I think it's double every 2 years, 5 years. It's doubling quickly and doubling, not like, 0.5. Like it's actually like it was twice that the next year. So, in theory, in a couple of years, 10, 20 years, we could be at a point where computers are just can build entire worlds and you can upload your mind to that world and boom, you're in a different level of infinity. I mean, you'd still be, locked down to the computer. So if the computer ever crashes, you would kind of be gone, or maybe you'd be saved in a hard drive somewhere if it ever boots back up. But it'd be a level of infinity. It'd be a level of infinity because you could do whatever you wanted. If that's how it's set up, you could be uploaded to a program where you're just trapped. Maybe like the Christians have like a server and they trap people in hell because they weren't good in church. But that could be a form of infinity, just living forever and doing everything you want. Because like, if you could make a computer that could process everything, then as long as the computer's running, you can hop on it. So that's a path to infinity. That's really it. Oh, yeah, solder upgrades. People think about infinity. I mean, I guess the guild system. The guild system will allow people to, it's the world to actually chase infinity because, like, capitalism's built for the people at the top to stay on top. It's not built for the people who deserve to be on top to be on top. I mean, people who deserve to be on top are on top in capitalism, and that's how they trick you. There are more people who should be on top, not just the people who just like they work there. There's some people who just like were absolutely brilliant, had genius ideas, and then got assassinated because they're gonna mess with somebody's money. But with the guild system, there's no way, it would want to be a way for you to mess with people's money because everybody's money would be made through their work and yeah, there wouldn't be like extortion jobs anymore. Like you know what you're gonna get when you work, when you buy something. You know what you're buying. I really believe in the guild system. That's gonna be like the keystone of like the whole next part of the next edition of my book. But we got people thinking about infinity, we got computers, and we got the guild system. Those are society upgrades that could help me reach infinity. Well, help us reach infinity. But me. I keep forgetting this whole video is about making a plan. I have yet to write a plan. I just wrote things that would, pass to infinity. But here comes the plan. The plan is step 1. I guess it won't really be steps, but I'll just do bullets. Bullet. Sell book. Selling the book will allow me to help people think about infinity, help people think about building computers. Not really, but really selling the book just allow people to think about infinity. And once I write and publish the second book, then people start thinking about the guild system. Well, if you watch the video, you also think about the guild system. You want to make a separate video specifically about the guild system, then you'll know about the guild system. But selling the book as part of the plan. I don't know where I want to sell it to. Cause like I don't particularly like want to sell my book. It's not like I really just want the information out there. But like I also want money. Like I did spend time doing this. But also like if I could just get people it, that'd be nice. If I could just like if I was like honestly, like right now, like if I had the stuff I had it right now and didn't have to pay any more bills, I was just here. Like this was just a guild owned spot. And like I have enough stuff where I won't even sell, I'll just be giving it out. Like it's not even something where it's like, even if it was like a novel, then I'm like, yeah, buy it. But like I really just wrote this book for people to be thinking different, and like I don't really want to be paid off that. I mean, I do want to, because like money, 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 it's a rich man's world, and like I gotta pay bills. But theoretically, if we're in the guild system, I'd be fine with everything right now. And like I would just get the book away for free. But if we're in the guild system, I wouldn't need to write a book. I'd just be able to write novels to my heart, because heart's content. But like, yeah. Step 2. You need to speak with the mayor. Speaking with the mayor is part of the plan, because I live here and I want trains, and I want the world. I want trains. Really, I just want a train. Like I would explore the city so much more if like there was just like a train running all over it. Like Alabama, if there's a train running all over it. If there's trains running over the United States, I would have traveled more. But like the way the train system works is there's Amtrak. You gotta find the Amtrak. Like I don't even know if there's one in Huntsville. But you have to find the Amtrak, and then sometimes they're iffy. Oh, I've never been on one, but I've heard sometimes they're iffy, sometimes they're good. And like they're actual old steam engine trains. They're not like Japan bullet trains. I'm talking like Japan bullet trains, like actual like you want to buy a cabin and take it all the way down all the way across the country, you can. Or if you just want to hop in the free lobby and just like ride it to the next stop, you can. Like that's the type of stuff I want. Like imagine like renting a cabin for a day and like just being able to like call it like, hey, it's at this stop. You could just, though I'm thinking there's like little passenger carts, and there's also like the big long train where like passenger cars can, be on demand, but then there's also the big train that's on schedule. I don't know if it'd be on top or next to it, so I imagined it being built up. But speaking with the mayor, we can get those details ironed out, money wise, fundraising, all that. Train's just the first step, because besides traveling, I don't know, this whole atmosphere of like, you just need more atmosphere. Like everything's too sectionalized. Like we just need like a general, like things just need to be generalized more. So that way, it's not like, oh, there's 50 bars we got to go to tonight, because, and like all of them, like granted, like yeah, sometimes bars it is nice to have multiple bars, but like some bars just aren't it. Like some bars are like they're there. Like yes, you could go there to drink alcohol, but it's not like you're going there and like, hey, you're a cool bartender. Hey, you're a cool bouncer. I'm having a fun time because there is something to do. At 7, um, they do a conga line at 8 o'clock every night. They that I don't know, just like actual things. Like yeah, some places do karaoke. Those are nice bars. Like there's bars where like there's actual stuff to do, karaoke, trivia, stuff that like actually builds a community, like challenges. But some bars they're legit just there. And, like go in, they're playing old music, and like some of those are nice. Like it's one thing if it's like a atmosphere thing, but some of them they don't got they're just there. Um, that's kind of how like lots of things are. Like a lot of restaurants. I don't remember why I went on that rant. Something about trains. I don't remember what we were generalizing, but speaking of bars, oh, I talk about the atmosphere. I don't know, there just needs to be more stuff, like more collaborative, like meaningful stuff going on in Huntsville. And ways to get there. And like, there needs to be like I'm pretty sure there is a Huntsville app, but it needs to be like better. Like the Huntsville app, it's like a notification app, which is like cool. But like, I never actually looked at it. I just heard of it once, then looked at it. And I was like, that's all right. But like, I want like a notification, like a chat wall. I want friend, like talk to people actually in your city, actual real people in your city, not dating apps that do ranges and like a bunch of random stuff. I don't know. The world just needs more purpose. Like we're just doing like everything's like everybody doing like their own thing and kind of like nudging into other people's things, but like it just needs to be more collaborative. Like there's things seem to individualize. It kind of makes things boring. But trains. Yeah. Oh yeah, trains. If you had trains, not really. Or like, yeah, I would drink a lot more. Like, well, in comparison, I wouldn't be. Well, I don't know. I'd have a lot more fun drinking because, like, I've never had a situation where, I mean, I could if I went, like, I could probably ask my dad right now to, like, hey, can you be the DD? Let's go get drunk. And I probably will soon. But if I had a train, I would go out by myself and get drunk with some strangers and then hop on the train back. So that'd be a dope adventure. That'd just be like a nice thing to do. Like, oh, go get drunk in the city and adventure and then come back home. Well, like, you can't do that and drive because, it's illegal and you'll crash. And, not always crash, but if you crash, it's bad. But yeah, trains. They're good for me, they're good for the city. Speaking with the mayor about trains, about the general direction of the city. I really want Huntsville to be like the pinpoint of infinity, where like we really like I want us to really be doing this thing, really be doing this thing, really be doing this thing. So speaking of the mayor's part of the plan. Making YouTube videos. See, a lot of it is like, I need a passive income. So, I need a passive income because even if I was working, something I really like, if it was like, if I had a business I started and I was like, hey, I like running this business, Like right now, I'm just working at the gas station. It's fun. I like it. Like people are cool. And like I might even try hooking up Circle K with like trying to tell them how to like make their business a real place instead of like a business, a place where people actually want to show up to. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, that money is too direct. Like I gotta go to work every day to make that money. I gotta wait a week to get it. Like, come on, son. But YouTube, although I gotta wait a month to get paid, it would be a lot more. And all I gotta do is tell people to watch my videos, and I could do that. I could talk all day, buddy, all day. Talking all day, telling people to go to my YouTube channel and buy my book. I could do that all day, all day. But with that, I'll get people to think about infinity. And then, between selling books and YouTube, I'll be able to start my own company. It'd really just be an entertainment company. So I want to build worlds and video games and shows and animations and hire artists I think are cool just to watch them do art. And yeah, I want to start a company or a guild. It'd be called the Infinite Guild. But yeah, start a company because once the world's moving in the right direction, I really just want to lock in on myself and yeah, I want to write stories and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how my cultivation is gonna go. I don't know if there's gonna be like a plateau somewhere. I'll tell you about the cultivation, but like I don't know if like cultivation will reach a plateau and I'll have no ideas. But in the events that I can't reach infinity through body cultivation and cultivating world energy, I'll at least be able to create my own worlds through my company and video games and shows. And maybe once computers get big enough, I'll have the resources to actually build a universe. Like maybe we all get Neuralinks and like you could come over to my world on my server at my company and come see what our world's like. There's also a path to infinity. If I start my own company, just having a place to latch onto the world's movements. But on to cultivation. I mean, there might be... what else is part of the plans? There's probably more of the plans. But that's pretty much the gist of it. But body cultivation, this is where the meat and bread is. Because, like, it's pretty much autopilot. Like, I'm going to go get food, find somewhere where there's going to be people, talk to them about the book, and YouTube. And then YouTube videos, all I got to do is make YouTube videos and edit it, upload them. I could record 10 videos in a day, edit them all, post them, schedule lead for a week. Got 3 in the hole. Can wait a week and record again. I just do that. And then I have some stock hold. And I'd have videos posted every week. And I'd only be working 1 day a week. Granted, it'd be probably like, a whole day. But 1 day a week. And I got days off in the hole. Got 3 days off in the hole. Come on, son. Once you get, whether it's like every 2 weeks, you get a week off or a day off. Because it's 9 videos in the hole. You count that as like you get what I'm saying. But body cultivation. The plan is, I don't know what body weight I want to be at. I'm like 245 now. It's pretty comfortable. I'm thinking 220 is going to be where I'm at. I don't know what range. I'm going to go right down 220. I'll probably just talk it. But, because like right now I'm 240. I can almost do my handstand push-ups. I lost that 20 pounds and probably move right into being able to, that last bit of push where I can fully go from hands and knees on the floor to pushing straight up to a handstand. But also, I can just work out with weights and be able to do that. I just haven't been to the gym yet, so I've been working on other things. But y'all will see those in later videos. But the plan, gotta find my baseline. Baby baseline. I gotta find my baseline because I don't know my baseline. Generally what I do when I work out is right to exhaustion. Never to exhaustion because like that's annoying. Who wants to be exhausted? But like, and sometimes I'll just do it till I feel like stopping. Cause like when I jump rope, I'll just be jump roping. Like I'll never really get tired of jump roping. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna stop. So like I don't know how far I can really go, how fast I can run, how strong I really am. I really just be doing stuff, and I don't use weights. Yeah, find baseline. That's probably the first step to cultivation. Then after I find a baseline, probably make a plan. Make a plan to progress my goals. That's after I find my baseline, like push-ups, handstands. Then I'd be like, okay, I need to do shoulders for so-and-so, or maybe I want my shoulders to be bigger, so I need to do shoulders so-and-so times this month over the next year. Food-wise, like what foods do I need to make sure I'm eating? Honestly, I like food, so I'll probably just stick to what I'm doing now. It's pretty much like one meal a day, and it kind of maintains / I lose weight quick when I'm not drinking, which I'm gonna stop because I got to start cultivating. But I was gonna stop vaping. I'm gonna try at least. I'll probably just do it, on weekends, and parties, and after dinners, and before dinner, and when I wake up. No, I'm kidding. Make a plan to progress the goals, because after you get your baseline, once you know where you're at, you gotta plan where you're going. You can't really know where you're going if you don't know where you're at, because how you gonna get there? So, find where you're at, plan where you're going. Then after you plan where you're going, pretty much just going. But also, 3, combat sports. See, combat sports is interesting because universally, fighting is just fighting. No matter you got your bipedal humanoid or quadrupedal canid type or cat type. Fighting's fighting, and the more you fight, the better you get at it. The more you'll be able to see things, think things pertaining to the fight that will make you come out on top. And in the world of infinity, there's lots of chances you're going to have to fight, because the literal infinite chances that you have to fight. So I want to learn how to fight. Like, I think I'm pretty good. Like, I was pretty good at wrestling, but I never boxed or did karate. I mean, I practiced boxing, like on a punching bag, but not like with a coach or nothing, or like against people. So combat sports. That's I want to sign up for a couple of those. I want to start with jujitsu. I got a couple friends in jujitsu, and it's like calm. Like get myself back into like going against people. And then I want to go to Muay Thai because I feel like they got the moves. But I also want to. I know this chick down the street. She does Kempo. So I'll check that out just because like I know her. I would have never thought to check it out beforehand, but since I know somebody there, might as well check it out. That's like Muay Thai. Really, where I started liking Muay Thai from was Hapachai. Opa! I forget his actual name. Hapachai. It's from Kenichi, World's Mightiest Disciple. He was a Muay Thai teacher. He always go, Opa! When he was fighting. And I'm going to do that when I'm practicing Muay Thai. I can't wait. I literally can't wait. I mean, I can't literally wait. I don't know why I use literally, non-literally. But you literally get the point. Combat sports. Cultivation. Body cultivation. Pretty much, or I forgot to say, when I plan to progress goals, my goal, in theory, is just to be able to move my body at all times. If my body has the actual ability to move that way, I want to be able to do it. Handstand, fingertip push-ups, the lean, cartwheels, backflips, dances, anything. If my body's able to do it, I want to be able to do it. Cause like I feel like once I get to that point where I could just move, like I could do it in the chair. Like, I got stuff in my lap. Like in the chair, just like push up and start moving. Like this is all hands right now. Yeah. Like I can move a little bit. Like if I was like fully moving, like I get to handstand from right here. That's when. Like when I'm like fully moving, like I could do like handstand walks and tornado spin dances and all those things. When I can just fully move, then I shall travel. Because America don't got the answers. I feel like the answers might be in China, like I said earlier. That's where I got the idea of cultivation from. Could have been Korea. I don't know which book I first read. But Asia, they have more thoughts of manually going to infinity than America does. So, and actually America could have spots like the Indians. They might have some knowledge. But I won't know unless I travel. So plans to travel, find out what people actually know, like deep down, like that nitty gritty, like 1,000-year-old villages. That's where I'll travel there, actually learn like maybe their fighting styles or anything. Maybe they actually do got energy over there and I can actually make the next step in cultivation and actually, I don't know. 'Cause I was thinking like maybe, like once I get to the point where I can just fully move, the only really option would be like move stronger. So like could lift weights. But after that, then what? You just, because you can't get too strong or else you lose your ability to move. Unless there's a way to do both, get stronger and still be. Unless there's a way to do both, get strong and still move fully. I mean, there might be a way. I know that people are fairly strong, but fairly strong people are never going to be as strong as, big hulking dudes. But maybe there's like, a Chinese way or like a cultivation way. Or like, once you get to that point where you're like, you can't get any stronger without losing your ability to move, then you start absorbing world energy and it condenses your muscles and like you're able to like start getting stronger even though you're not getting stronger or adding muscle, that'd be dope. But no one around me has those answers, so got to travel. So that'll probably be the last step of body cultivation before I give up on body cultivating for infinity. Probably meditate or something. But other than that, like, you know, that's pretty much the plan. Just, you know, sell my book, make YouTube videos, use that money to start a company, work at my company, and body cultivate while the world just keeps on moving. I mean, you know, travel too. Like, that's also part of the body cultivating. I'll be traveling and body cultivating. Yeah. I want to rule the world. I want to be some great man. I just want to set the world right and go about my business. I'm Brandon Moore, and this was my plan. Or is my plan. This video is about me telling you my plan. And this is it. And maybe at some point it will be was, and the plan will have been done. Or maybe the plan will change, and this will have been was. But right now it is. So I misspoke. Thank you for watching. I don't want to edit this. Goodbye.